Alright, so today we're talking about instruction, and I want to start off with a story of me giving instructions to an athlete. Now I coached this girl for like 6 years, so I've explained her how to point her toes and straighten her legs and how to do her body shapes, how to, lift her arms, lower her arms, core shape, shoulder positions, hips, tilt and all that. So she's learning a round off back handspring back layout. And I'm telling her, get your ribs in. She's doing a back layout like this with the ribs out. And I'm like, get your ribs in, get your ribs in. And she's trying, I am getting my ribs in, and they're clearly not in. Here, let me video. There you are, there's your ribs out. And she goes, well, that's me putting my ribs in. I can't get my ribs in anymore. So I stop her and I push her body into the position that I wanted in. And I'm like, ribs in. And she goes, oh, you want me to round my back? Whatever. I want you to be in this shape when you do a back layout. That's what I'm thinking inside my head. She's like, well, this is ribs in and that's rounding my back. It's just so important to make sure that your instruction is the complete story and not a sliver of it, that your athlete interprets something entirely different than what you expect. I'm Rolly Carter, this is the Gymnastics Experience, and we're talking about instructions today. What is instruction? So instruction is basically taking your observations, your assessments, your interaction basically is what you're going to be instructing, but it's taking that information and then putting it in a step-by-step order so that the student can receive it and really improve their performance. And so instruction, you're just basically saying, hey, from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, these are the things you're going to do. I want to see you have your arms by your ears when you do a lever into a handstand. I want to see you make sure you have straight legs when you lever into your hand. You're just giving them feedback and information you can then observe, assess, and interact with. And so that's instruction. It's just simply step-by-step information. So with instruction, you have 3 types of communication. You're going to either use verbal, visual, or hands-on. So the biggest miscommunication is going to come down from either vocabulary or comprehension. When using verbal communication for your instructions, you've got to make sure that your student or the recipient of your information actually has the same vocabulary as you. So when you're giving verbal instructions, the best things you can do is ask questions. Get feedback to understand and go, okay, do they really understand what I'm telling them? Especially from younger kids who don't actually have that big of a vocabulary or their comprehension is not that great. Your ability to be a good instructor through verbal communication is going to really rely on the questions that you ask, because you need to ask good questions, so making sure that you actually got feedback to say, okay, they actually understand the instruction I'm giving them. So instruction in the visual sense of giving visual instructions is you can draw a picture, you could use a diagram, you can take an object and show your students, you can take a demonstrator and show your class what it is that you want to do step by step. Break down the pieces so they can visually see what it is you're asking. That's visual instruction. Again, you're always asking questions to make sure that the students are receiving the information how you want them to. So you want to say, hey, do you guys see the straight leg? Or do you see that her leg is bent? And then if they respond yes or no, that will give you the ability to then say, no, this is how I want to communicate the information differently. You also have hands-on instruction, and that's going over to somebody and touching them and putting their shape where they want, basically saying, okay, I want you to push to your knuckle, I want you to straighten your knee, and then you're giving them instructions through the process to say, these are what I'm going to be looking for, ready everyone, go and get started. So you basically have verbal instruction, visual instruction, and hands-on instruction. And that's the essence of what instruction is. Step-by-step information that your students can digest, asking questions and make sure that they understand. Like always, subscribe, let us know how it's working out in your gym, and let us know what you've seen, the difference and the improvements. And again, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Catch you later in the other videos.